Welcome, fellow travelers. Join us as we uncover the top travel destinations that make exploring a breeze. Travel can be rewarding, but also stressful. That's why choosing an easy destination is key. Some love the thrill of the unknown. And hey, more power to them. But ease and convenience can make a trip great. We're after smooth, enjoyable travel experiences. Let's explore the top destinations that offer just that. Get ready to explore the world with ease. First up is the super efficient and modern Singapore. This island country is a cool mix of cultures, food and amazing buildings. It's super easy to get around. The MRT is clean, air-conditioned and always on time. Buses are just as good with easy-to-read routes. Singapore has luxurious hotels, amazing food and tons of fun activities. Walk through the futuristic gardens by the bay, take pictures with the Merlion or shop on Orchard Road. Singapore is exciting and stress-free to explore. The next spot is a country famous for being on time and having beautiful views, Switzerland. From the snowy mountaintops of the Alps to the bright blue lakes, Switzerland is amazing to look at. Getting around is super easy because of their awesome public transportation. We're talking about trains that are always on time, seriously. And don't forget the chocolate and cheese. Pack your bags and get ready to be wowed by Switzerland. Bonjour. Welcome to Paris, the city of lights. Paris is amazing. Imagine the smell of fresh bread from its cute bakeries. Picture the Eiffel Tower reaching high into the sky. Wow, seeing the Eiffel Tower lit up at night is unforgettable. Get ready to love Paris. Welcome to New York City, the city that never sleeps. From the iconic skyline to the bustling streets, New York is a whirlwind of energy and excitement. Navigating this concrete jungle might seem daunting, but fear not. The subway is your ticket to exploring the city's diverse neighborhoods. Whether you're craving a bagel in Brooklyn, catching a Broadway show in Midtown, or strolling through Central Park, the subway will get you there. Escape the city buzz for a while, rent a bike, enjoy a picnic, or simply soak up the lively atmosphere of this iconic park. Remember, in New York, every corner holds a new adventure, from world-class museums like the MET and MoMA to hidden speakeasy bars and jazz clubs. So grab your walking shoes, embrace the city's vibrant energy, and get ready to experience the best of the Big Apple. Welcome to Rome, known to some as the Eternal City. It's a place where old history meets modern life. Walking in Rome feels like going back in time. Every street and old building has a story to tell. Take the train to the Colosseum, where gladiators fought long ago. Or take a bus to Vatican City. Enjoy La Dolce Vita, which means the sweet life. Eat some yummy gelato while walking around Trastevere. Throw a coin in the Trevi fountain. They say it means you'll come back to Rome someday. Rome is a city you won't forget. Welcome to our next destination, Vienna. The city feels like a beautiful swirling dance. Walk down big streets, smell pastries from cozy cafes. Vienna loves its history and has fun things happening. Amazing public transport lets you zoom around. Hop on a streetcar or ride a fiacre. It's a cool way to see the city. Visit Schönbrunn Palace, where emperors lived. Walk through fancy rooms and huge gardens. Spend a day exploring this amazing place. Vienna is all about music. Mozart, Beethoven and Schubert lived here. Go to a concert, maybe at the Vienna State Opera. The music will stick with you even after you leave. Next on our list is Bangkok. Busy markets, shiny temples and super friendly Thai people. A cool mix of old traditions and modern vibes. Public transportation is great and affordable. The BTS SkyTrain offers amazing views. Tuk-tuks add excitement to your trip. Don't miss the Grand Palace. Dress respectfully and be wowed by its details. Take a long-tail boat on the Klongs. See traditional life and floating markets. Temples growing out of the water. A side of Bangkok you won't forget. We're back in the US. This time we're heading to the Golden Gate City, San Francisco. This city is a traveler's dream with iconic sights, diverse neighborhoods, and a laid-back vibe that's contagious. Spend your morning exploring Fisherman's Wharf, grabbing a sourdough bread bowl of clam chowder, and your afternoon in Chinatown, the oldest and largest outside of Asia. Getting around is easy with public transportation. Hop on a historic cable car, or navigate the city on BART. Explore neighborhoods like Haight-Ashbury or the Embarcadero. San Francisco is packed with unique neighborhoods. Wander through Golden Gate Park or cycle across the Golden Gate Bridge. Catch a Giants game at Oracle Park or visit Alcatraz Island. It's the people, food and energy that make it special. From Michelin-starred restaurants to taquerias and friendly locals who love their city. Now let's head north. Welcome to Vancouver, Canada. This city sits between mountains and the Pacific Ocean. It's got a busy city and amazing nature. Visit Stanley Park for tall trees and nice walking paths. Check out Granville Island Market for fresh food and handmade crafts. Don't miss the Capilano Suspension Bridge. Vancouver is a fantastic place to visit. And want some warm weather instead? Let's head to Cape Town, South Africa. Wow, this city is amazing. It's right between huge mountains and the big Atlantic Ocean. You can find beaches, vineyards, and the iconic Table Mountain. It's like a giant table watching over the city. Getting around Cape Town is easy with buses, trains, and taxis. They can take you anywhere. Don't miss the beach at Camps Bay. And visit Robben Island, where Nelson Mandela was imprisoned. It's a reminder of a tough time in history. Back in the city, explore the Vienna waterfront. It's full of shops, places to eat, and fun things to do. It's the best place to see how lively Cape Town is. Now let's head down under. Our next spot, Melbourne, Australia. It's a cool city mixing London's fancy feel with San Francisco's chill vibes, bursting with art, amazing coffee, and delicious food. Melbourne's iconic trams make getting around easy. Bright murals and art museums are everywhere. The food scene is a cultural melting pot, and don't forget the amazing desserts. And here we are in Edinburgh, Scotland. It's called Auld Reekie, and you'll soon see why. Don't worry, it's not the weather. It's because the city looks so old-fashioned, like something out of a Charles Dickens book. It just feels so historic. The most famous site is Edinburgh Castle, sitting way up high on a big rocky hill. Inside you can see the Scottish Crown Jewels. Walk down the Royal Mile, a busy street with shops and performers. Check out Arthur's Seat, a big old volcano that overlooks the city. If you climb to the top, you'll get amazing views of Edinburgh. Edinburgh has a magical, historic feeling you won't find anywhere else. Next stop, Stockholm, Sweden. This city is amazing. A mix of history, cool sights, and nature. Built on 14 islands, connected by bridges and ferries, getting around is an adventure, and public transport is super easy. Subways, buses, trams, and boats. Get a travel pass for unlimited rides. Stockholm's neighbourhoods are unique. Each has its own special feel. Gamla Stan, the old town, is pretty. Cobblestone streets, colourful buildings and cafes. Walk around and explore. Don't miss the Vasa Museum. A huge warship from the 1600s sank on its first trip underwater for 300 years. Now resurrected as a veritable time machine. Alright, next stop, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Locals call it KL. It mixes modern stuff with old traditions. Finding your way around is fairly easy. The LRT is the best way to travel. It's modern, fast and cheap. You'll zoom past skyscrapers and markets. Buses help you explore like a local. Don't miss the Petronas Twin Towers. They were once the tallest in the world. The top offers amazing city views. Want to see everyday life in KL? Check out the Central Market. It's a historic marketplace buzzing with activity. Find colourful clothes, crafts and street food. Our next destination is just as famous for its present as it is for its past. Welcome to Oslo, the super cool capital of Norway, with its modern architecture attracting admirers from all over, to its history of Vikings. This place is amazing. It's got gorgeous nature and that cool Scandinavian style. See how it sits right at the edge of this fjord with all those hills covered in trees? Oslo is the perfect mix of a busy city and outdoor fun. Getting around Oslo is super easy. They have a really great public transportation system. You can hop on the metro, they call it the T-Banen here, and it'll take you all over the city and even further. Want to see something really cool? Head over to the Big Doi Peninsula. It's where they have some awesome museums. The Viking Ship Museum is a must-see. You can see real Viking ships. They're super old and really well preserved. It's another way to link to the past. And if you love art, don't miss the Munch Museum. It's all about Edvard Munch, the guy who painted The Scream. You know that one, right? Seriously, Oslo has something for everyone. You're going to love it there. We're all over the place there. Welcome to Helsinki, the super stylish capital of Finland. This city is a perfect mix of modern buildings and cozy Nordic vibes. Walk down streets with awesome architecture, cute cafes and green parks. Exploring Helsinki is so much fun. The public transportation is amazing. Hop on a tram or metro or take a scenic ferry ride. Getting around is super simple. If you love design, Helsinki is the place to be. Don't miss the design district. It's full of shops, studios and museums. Find cool stuff from furniture to jewelry, the perfect place for a special souvenir. Now we're in Munich, the biggest city in Bavaria, Germany. It's super friendly and welcoming. It's got this special feeling, kind of like a warm hug. From awesome beer gardens to fancy palaces, Munich has something for everyone. Their public transport is amazing. Subways, trams and buses can take you anywhere. Get a day pass to ride as much as you want. Now let's talk about the must-see stuff. Check out Munich's famous beer gardens. These spots are where everyone hangs out, drinks beer, eats yummy food and listens to music. And if you like history, visit the Nymphenburg Palace. Walk around the rooms, explore the gardens and pretend you're a king or queen for a day. Okay, let's talk about Dublin. Dublin is full of young energy, crack and stories everywhere. Take in the brilliant architecture that is all around. Getting around is super easy. Great buses, taxis and cool trams called the Luas. Visit the Guinness Storehouse. 7 stories about Guinness beer. More than just beer. Visit Trinity College and see the Book of Kells. Visit Dublin Castle for a break. Dublin is unforgettable. Mexico City, Mexico. What a mix of history and culture. It's a super exciting place to visit. This huge city is bursting with life. You'll find ancient Aztec ruins, beautiful old buildings, and modern stuff all mixed together. Picture yourself walking through the Zocalo, the main square. It's where the history of the Aztecs meets modern Mexico. It's pretty awesome. Getting around Mexico City is easy and doesn't cost much. They have lots of buses, a subway called the Metro, and trains. So whether you're going to the giant pyramids of Teotihuacan, which are just outside the city, or checking out the amazing art at the Palacio de Bellas Artes, it's simple to get around. Gap 1S. And speaking of amazing things, you can't go to Mexico City and visit the National Museum of Anthropology. It's famous all over the world. They have a huge collection of really old artifacts from way before the Spanish arrived. You'll see the Aztec calendar stone and intricate Mayan carvings. It's like traveling back in time. And when you need a break from all the excitement, visit Chapultepec Park. It's a huge green park right in the middle of the city. Headed east, let's talk about Hanoi in Vietnam. It's a city that really gets to you. Imagine a super busy place with lots of beeping horns and people selling things on the street. But under all that excitement, there's a city full of history and a really interesting culture. It's as flavorful as the pho soup you'll see cooking everywhere. Now, Hanoi can seem a little scary at first, especially if you're used to big streets and waiting in line. But believe me, once you get used to how things work, it's pretty easy to get around. The old quarter, with its twisty streets and old temples, is best seen by walking. Just be careful where you step. The sidewalks are usually full of parked scooters and little food stands. If you need to go farther, take a taxi or try a cycler, which is like a bike taxi for a slower trip. And don't be shy about trying to get a lower price. It's part of the experience. Hanoi also has good buses that can take you all over the city for very little money. Just make sure you have some coins ready. Now let's go to Dubrovnik, Croatia, a city on the Dalmatian coast that looks like it came straight out of a storybook. With shiny marble streets, reddish-brown roofs, and big old walls, it's easy to see why people call it the Pearl of the Adriatic. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which means it's super special and it's small enough to see everything on foot. First, take a walk on top of the city walls. The views of the old town and the Adriatic Sea are amazing. As you walk, think about all the history that happened here, from way back when it was a powerful seafaring city to more recent times during the Croatian War. After your walk, explore the winding streets of the old town. You'll find tons of cool historical buildings. Don't miss the Sponza Palace, a beautiful Renaissance building, and the Rector's Palace, which is now a museum. Oh, and take a ride on the Dubrovnik cable car up Mount Suid. The views are incredible. When you need a break, find a cafe in the old town. Have some strong Croatian coffee or a nice glass of local wine. In the evening, grab some yummy seafood at a restaurant by the harbor. It's the perfect way to enjoy Dubrovnik. Well, there you have it. Our top incredible destinations that prove traveling the world can be both rewarding and refreshingly easy. Disagree with the list? Let us know what countries you think are the best in the comments. So, what are you waiting for? Start planning your next adventure today. Safe travels. See you on the next adventure.